This is Cozy Heart. She is my newest Care Bear, and my lovely friend Jack bought her for me off my wish list. I'll tell you a little story about her. I wanted her for ages and ages and ages because penguin's my favourite animal, and I collect penguin teddies, and I also collect Care Bears. She's my second favourite Care Bear. My first favourite is Lotsa. But yeah, I really wanted her, and then one day, last year, me and Daddy went to the fun fair, and one of the game stores had one similar to this, but it was a lot cheaper. It wasn't as good quality. It was like a fairground prize one, and I really wanted it, but I'm not very good at games. So I said to the woman running it, I said, how much would it be to just buy the teddy? And she said, I'll do it for £5. Problem was I didn't have a £5. We didn't take change because we couldn't really afford to play games at the time. Because the fairground before, we spent like 12 quid winning a teddy. So I won it. But we didn't take change to play games, so we didn't do that again. So Daddy said, tomorrow after work I will go to the fair and I will pick up the bear for you. I'll take a £5 with me and I'll get it for you tomorrow. And I thought, yay, I get my bear finally. So tomorrow came, and on his way home from work, he went there, he went to where the fair was, and the fair was gone, which means no Cozy Heart. And I was gutted. I was really upset because I was so excited to get her, and my best friend Winnie got her, because I went with Winnie as well the day before, and she bought the Care Bear, and I wanted to get one as well because it's my favourite, but well, one of my favourites. So Daddy said we'll find one online and we'll just get one off eBay or something. So for the past year, every week or so, I've been looking on eBay, and the only ones I could find were an 80s one, similar to this, but it was even uglier. It was her, and it was hideous. I found the early 2000s one, but it was really small, and it wasn't very cute. I didn't like it that much. And then I found this one, which is from 2016. Yeah, this is from 2016, and I found this one and I loved it. It comes with a DVD, which is over there, but she was out of our budget. She was like 20 quid roughly, and our budget was about a tenner, so she wasn't an option. And then the other day I added her to my wish list because I thought maybe, and Jack bought her for me as a surprise. She arrived today, Amazon Prime, so she arrived on a Sunday, which is really good. And I'm really, really pleased with her. I'm so happy. I've wanted her for so long, and it has a story behind it. And I'm just really pleased to have her. And she's really good quality. She's better than the fairground one, and it's a bit bigger as well. So, yes, that's the story of my Cozy Heart. Anyway, the point of today is I'm talking about something that's not so, like, if you're in littlespace and you're watching my videos, you might want to turn it off because I'm talking about more serious things. Today I'm going to be talking about being mentally ill as a little. I did a video being disabled as a little, so I thought I'd do one about my other illness, which are mental ones. I have, trigger warning, if you don't like talking about mental illnesses, hallucinations and stuff, stop watching, because that's what I'm going to be talking about. Eating issues, depression, hallucinations, psychosis, anxiety, and underage age regressors. So if you don't like talk about those things, feel free to leave this video now. So I have a lovely bundle of mental illnesses. I have psychosis, depression, anxiety, anorexia, and we're looking into borderline personality disorder. The doctors are looking into it, and I have to get a brain scan for schizophrenia. So I have all those all at the same time. I'm on a fair bit of medication, on high doses. Yeah, so my little space, like many others in the community, and even non-com littles, my little space is a coping mechanism. It helps me a lot, and honestly, if I didn't have my little space, like if I wasn't a little, I don't know where I'd be today. I don't know how I would have coped with all my issues without it. When I'm little, I don't notice my depression as much. I eat more because little me likes veggie nuggets, chicken nuggets. Like, I don't really eat as much meat anymore. I've cut out my diet, but I would eat chicken nuggets. I like spaghetti hoops, toast, sweets, biscuits, crisps. And big me doesn't eat stuff like that. Big me just eats like cucumber and fruit, and that's not very healthy. So being little all the time, I do eat properly. I eat decent meals, I eat nice food, even unhealthy food like McDonald's. Little me loves McDonald's. Sometimes after eating when little, I will get big and I will be really upset, but that is the risk I'm willing to take to be healthy. Yeah, like I said, little me doesn't notice depression as much. I'm a lot happier when I'm little. I find it easier to cheer up when I'm little. And with my psychosis or possibly schizophrenia, I hallucinate pretty much 24/7. I'm not going to go into details on them because they are quite personal, and I just don't really want to talk about them on this channel, but I do hallucinate a lot, and being little eases that. It doesn't stop it. It's not like curing it or anything. Sorry, I'm really fidgety today, but being little makes me less upset about them. It makes me notice it less and makes it easier for me. I have noticed a lot of littles that I know on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook and YouTube, a lot of them do have mental illnesses. I'm not saying every little does or that you have to be mentally ill to be a little, but that is a pattern that I've noticed, and we all do the same thing. We all use littlespace as a coping mechanism. What was I saying next? I can't remember. That's another one of my issues. I forget things easily and I go off track easily. Oh yeah, one thing I will say, I don't call my littlespace proper age regression, because age regression is something that should be done in a therapist's office. It's not, and it shouldn't be posted online and stuff. It's something you should do with a trained professional, and it is something used to sort out childhood trauma and stuff like that. Proper age regression is done with a professional, and I don't believe in the underage age regressors you see on Tumblr mostly and Instagram and stuff, because that's not true age regression. Age regression is barely even done anymore. So I don't call it that at all. I don't believe in that. I don't support it. I am a 24/7 little. I am signed off work by the doctor. I have been for a few years now. And also my boyfriend has asked me not to work because he knows I can't handle having a job physically or mentally. If you wonder about physically, my previous video, I believe it was, no, 2 videos ago, I did being a disabled little, so feel free to watch that. But yeah, mentally and physically, I just can't handle a job at the moment. By the way, if you see me wearing this shirt a lot, I'm not grotty. I don't wear the same shirt all the time. I just have 3 or 4 of this exact shirt because it's so comfy. Anyway, yeah, I'm signed off work by the doctor. My daddy provides for us. We have our own place. We are on housing benefit due to both of our disabilities. I don't claim PIP or anything. I'm in the process of applying. So yeah, I don't have much income at all. We do struggle quite a bit, but sadly that's something for the time being that we're gonna have to handle. But due to the fact I don't work and daddy provides for us, I get to be a 24/7 little, which is a lot of fun. It makes life so much easier for me. It makes me happier, because I reckon if I wasn't to be if I wasn't to be a 24/7 little, and if I was to have like a full-time job and stuff, I would be in agony all the time, physically, and I would be very miserable. My last job, I ended up having a breakdown on the shop floor and I just quit, because I was still signed off work at this point, but I had a job anyway. My doctor wasn't pleased with me. Neither was daddy, but I gave it a go. I will return to work one day, I hope, if I'm hoping that my physical health will improve and I can return to work and have my own income and help daddy. But like I said, for the time being, I'm a 24/7 little, and I love it. If you are in a position where you can do it, and you are, say, mentally ill or something, then I would recommend it, because it helps tremendously, or at least it helps me. It might not help everyone, and it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it helps me a lot. and I don't know where I'd be without it. Taking my medication as a little can be difficult because little me doesn't like taking meds because that is a big thing. So my daddy says if I take my tablets, I can have a sticker for my sticker chart, and my sticker chart, when I reach a certain amount of stickers, I get to pick a reward, be it ice cream, a trip somewhere, a toy, a book, colouring book, or whatever. Usually it's a toy, but yeah, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's something else. Like one of my next ones is going to be a trip to the aquarium. That's going to be a lot of stickers. That will cost a lot of stickers, but I don't mind. It's worth it. Also with my eating, with my anorexia, my daddy says if I eat a meal and keep it down, I get a sticker per meal, which is good. I normally have 2 meals a day, sometimes 1. I know that's not the best, but I do snack in the day as well, and that is the best I can do at the moment. I will be starting therapy again soon, and that is something I will get stickers for as well. And when I go to counselling appointments at the mental health centre, I get rewards for that too. If I'm really, really brave, I will get something cheap like a colouring book or some sweets. Most of the time I do get an actual reward, not just stickers, because I don't have appointments that often, even though I should. So I do get a proper, like, actual physical reward. What else is there? I should have made a list. Why do I never make lists on things to talk about? Oh, something I do get asked a lot by people who know about my mental health and my little space is, does my mental health affect it? Yes, it does. Sometimes especially if my depression's really bad, I will struggle to get into that headspace. Like, about a year ago, like last Christmas roughly, there was a time where I just couldn't get little, and all I did was I lay in bed doing nothing. I wasn't washing, brushing my teeth, eating, getting dressed, sleeping. All I would do was lay there, and I was just too depressed to do anything. My hair was all matted. I know they had to get my hair completely cut because it went so matted where I hadn't washed or brushed it. My hygiene was terrible, my food was bad, my sleep was bad. It was an awful time, and for so long I just couldn't get little, even though I was taking my meds. And sometimes if my psychosis gets really bad, it does pull me out of little space, but I just try and take my meds and try not to let that happen because it's very difficult to get out of when it does. In general, my mental health doesn't affect my little space. If anything, it encourages it, but I do get times where it can go the complete opposite way and completely switch it off, and those are difficult times for both me and my daddy because I can be quite horrible when I'm like that. I'm really moody and snappy and grumpy, and I'm not very nice to my daddy when that happens, and I don't mean to be, and I hate doing it, but it does happen and I hate it. Overall, I would say being a mentally ill little is difficult, and I wish I wasn't. I wish I was just a little without the mentally ill part, but it's manageable, it's doable, and it's helpful. I don't know. I am very grateful to be a little while I'm so mentally ill. I am extremely grateful, and I'm really grateful to have such a caring, loving daddy who helps me so much, and to have a nice community, because I have so many friends on Instagram and YouTube and Tumblr who help me and are there for me. Like my best little friend Kelsey, she ran DDLG Positivity with me, which is my positivity page on Instagram, and we are so close. She's my best internet friend, other than Emma. Emma's also my best internet friend. But yeah, I've made so many friends and stuff through the community that helped me a lot, and I'm so grateful for them. And I think maybe if I wasn't so mentally ill, maybe I wouldn't be a little, because I wouldn't need to go to a smaller age and stuff. I don't know. I do worry about if one day I'm better and I'm not little anymore, but I don't think that'll happen. I don't know. Hopefully it won't, because being little is who I am. I don't so much have a little space anymore. It's more like I have a rare big space, because being little is so much a part of me. That's just me now. So yeah, that's a bit about being mentally ill and little. To anyone watching this, if you struggle, diagnosed with anything or not, if you are struggling with sadness or whatever, you are always welcome to message me, either on ddlg.positivity on Instagram or at my personal. Links to both will be in the description, or you can comment on one of my videos and I'll message you. But I don't want anyone to feel like they're alone and suffer alone. I am always here for you, no matter who you are, no matter what it's about, be it something silly or something really, really heavy. You can always come to me. I will always be there, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you for watching. Feel free to talk about your own mental health and stuff in the comments. I'd love to hear from some of you guys and hear your side of it, how you feel about it. Sorry for another serious video. I will be back to Little Space ones after this. This is my last serious video, I think. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Cozy Heart says bye too. Bye bye, I'll see you soon.